Hey Virgo, sorry, this is Kim. This is your reading for the weekend coming up. I'm sorry that the introduction is like this. It's kind of choppy leading into the start, but I just wanted you to know that it is about what is hidden from you, and we start with the one card, that top left. All right, enjoy. So this is to serve, to love, accept, and resonate with. So trying to understand others, having compassion. All right, it says, it is said that the Om is the primordial sound of the universe, and all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. So, non-duality. Okay, the bridge. The bridge, and I believe that this is about the tie to the spirit realm. But you know, with the one, I kind of get the sense that it might be about, once again, your connection to other people, places, and things, and how everything is connected. And it creates this wonderful rainbow-colored, loving, accepting bridge. Yeah, so this is the connection in the book. This is the connection, the link, the gate. Says these bridges are built to connect two worlds. So this is about acceptance. This is about crossing bridges to unknown places. So we have the example of the shaman being able to connect with the spirit realm, and also there's many things you do, you know, here on earth that get you a little bit more connected to certain things, whatever that might be. Like with nature, you can feel very connected when you're going on a walk, or when you're even just viewing nature on your TV and stuff like that. So with this water at the bottom, I would think that this is, well, one, water is easily to have things pass through it. Plus, it flows through obstacles easily. In the ocean card, it's represented as the unconscious. And in most cards, it's the unconscious. So the bridge, it's almost like the bridge, knowing this connection here with the one, allows a bridge between these two cards. What is deep in your unconscious? What are things that you might do that you don't realize that you do? These things can be exposed to you and coming out of being hidden when you realize that the connection is pretty strong with the one. So, you know, take those how it resonates. The bridge also talks about how this is about communication and magical things happening, and things like that. So the ocean being your unconscious and representing our emotions, water. So there might be something that you're doing, or maybe even a way, sometimes we are addicted to things we wouldn't know that we're addicted to, such as behaviors, certain ways that we feel about things. Sometimes we feel certain ways, maybe bad or scared, in situations that or circumstances that remind us of something deep down from maybe a childhood memory. We don't even really remember that well, but yet it's affected our whole life and how we respond to things. So you might want to take a dive into maybe doing some inner child work for you, Virgo. Things coming up for you that you might not know about, that spirit wants to let you know or let you in on these wonderful magical things that are coming up in your life. And that would definitely be the spellcasting deck. If you want to know some good things, this deck will tell you it. All right, so Virgo, let's just shuffle a little bit like that, and then we will split. What does Virgo need to know is coming up for them? Justice. Justice. You will get your justice. Some way, shape, or form. if you have a court case coming up, or if you have something that you feel was unfair in the past, or I've got another scenario. Maybe there's something that you got involved with a long time ago that might cause you some trouble down the road. But this justice card shows up and it lets you know that, no, you've been doing really good. You have positive karma points. We can look at it as positive. If you've really tried and you've been turning things around for yourself, I would see this as good karma coming in to help you make things even, and to get things back to how you're wanting them. So balance is a very important thing. Remember the balance between everything. This might be talking about career injustice too, or it might be talking about relating to a Libra, okay? All right, then we have, oh, nice, well-being. Yeah, whatever this is, it's going to be ending up for your well-being. Justice, well-being. Your connections and compassion. That makes sense. So compassion is just being able, with the happiness at the bottom. Sweet. So compassion is being able, like the card, the one, to relate to other people, maybe people who have gone through things that you have gone through. Maybe this is saying that you need to look into talking to other people who have maybe had the same experiences as you, who have had certain things in their life that maybe you thought no one could relate with, but you know, with the internet, you will find somebody that pretty much can relate. Even if you just want to join a group to read it, the comments, they do help to, it helps to relate. You receive some of that healing energy and you share it whenever you process things. So the well-being card, though, yeah, that's just, it's tying together compassion and justice. And if you think about it, compassion and justice together makes sense that if this is a situation where you're going to have to face something head on, I think it's going to be dealt with compassion. And like I said, good karma points. Good karma points. All right, so we're going to put that right there. Justice right here. If you can see that, yeah, you can see that, right? And then well-being, we'll put that right there with the bridge, or right there. You can get it. Let's see here. So we're going to get into the tarot now. And what we want to ask it is to give us issues, things, people in our lives, situations that we either need to deal with or that have been hidden from us. And that's going to be the first row. And on the second row, we'll do advice, like advice from spirit. And then on the last row, we'll do some outcomes, okay? So, Virgo, let's see what things have been hidden that you need to deal with or repressed. Situations or people. They might not even tie all together. This is going to end up being on your timeline. All the energies can always be flipped. You know, we have a good intent where we ask for it to be in a certain spot. But if it doesn't feel like it's in the right spot for you, you make your own decision up on that. All right. Are we almost ready? These are hard to shuffle, by the way. That's my only complaint about these is they're really, really long. Hidden things or things that they need to deal with. Hidden things or things they need to deal with. Let's give a shuffle like this because I feel like I haven't gotten it shuffled good enough. All right, now that's pretty good. First row, 3 on the first row. You have the Death card. Something you may not have been acknowledging is the need for a situation to close out, for a chapter to end, for something to really take hold of this ending so that you can begin a new chapter. That's usually what death is maybe like resistance to some kind of transformation or ending. There may be a resistance there. So the second card, you have the Eon. Nice. Forgiveness. That's the Judgment card in this deck. That's the Judgment card. And then we'll get the third one next. Let's see. And the Sun. Nice. Okay. The big messages, they're all, look, they're all major arcana. Even in this deck, these are all major arcana. These are big things that somehow we're missing or we're not wanting to deal with. There needs to be a closure, whether that's a closure in a way that you behave, in the way that you think, maybe a thinking process, maybe needs to be transformed or changed. Maybe you deal with real death like on a daily basis with your job and you need to process that. That could be why that's coming up too. I see it more as needing to end something though, and being resistant to that, kind of not facing it when really we should. Forgiveness, it may be about forgiveness. There might be something that you're holding on to and not letting go because of forgiveness. Because of maybe the inability to forgive somebody, maybe not being able to forgive yourself, so it's kind of causing you to stay behind or get sick or something like that. So in this deck though, I'll tell you the Eon means like looking at your ancestors' past achievements and like the wall that memorializes what all they've done. So maybe you need to acknowledge what other people around you have achieved and celebrate that. The next thing that comes out is the Sun has the innocence of a child, because this is the divine shining on you. And they always say be like a child because it's so innocent and you're just playing. And this card is an acknowledgement to acknowledge what you feel has been hidden from you, which is not, which is the Sun. So maybe we just need to get more of that divine energy back into our lives. So advice for you all. 3 works, 3 of Pentacles, and the Prince of Cups, which is the King of Cups. Says the filmmaker here. You might really be a filmmaker. That's advice. So this is like, what I look at this as the 3 of Pentacles is definitely cooperation, but it's advice from Spirit. So it's advice to keep on working on a situation, and eventually you'll come to the top and it will all be complete. And the filmmaker, that King of Cups, you know, I think that Spirit really telling you that you write your own show. You write all of the things that are going to happen, and that we need to get out of victim mode and be more in control mode of our lives and realize we do have more control over it. Everything is connected, remember? All right, then outcome, Ace of Cups. Beautiful. So there will be like a new gift of love, of something that has a really big emotional fulfillment. So whatever you're working on, it really might have to do with getting this gift from the universe of being able to fill your whole cup. This could be material stability, and it can be emotional fulfillment. King of Cups, having your emotions in check. That is advice to get in touch with. See, the difference with the King is that he actually knows his unconscious. He knows things that are shoved into the back of his mind that affect emotions. That's what he's really good at analyzing. We have Queen of Swords for another outcome. That would be the Painter. Queen of Swords is really represented in this deck as somebody who's not harsh or cold, but somebody who's very focused. And their focus is on what they're doing at this time. So I think that is going to be the outcome, is that you're going to have this extremely goal-driven, focused attitude towards things. So